Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Think of all that time. Every wait in the winter. All those hours no one else saw. Every sprint in the summer. Think of every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering. Is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time. Caveman on the line. HG got the stats.
No filters, no suits, just facts on blast.
He seems like no nonsense guy. Like
re-emphasize that for the Saints fans out there on TikTok. Caveman. What did you just say?
The rebuild starts right now.
Marshawn
Lattimore's gone, so the defense, like we're not getting any better.
To the left, got the edge and grind. We break it all
Get it into
down
Smith.
like
What a pass! Got Daniel Smith with the game winner! Oh my goodness!
And that is why you have Aaron Fry pass the ball in.
We roar from the base to the backfield floor. No filters, no fake control. We
So really, like you have you have the best quarterback in the league, arguably, the best wide receiver in the league, and you've got the best edge rusher in terms of total sacks in the season. You're 4-7, and your playoff chances are hanging on by it.
HG on deck, stats loaded in primes. Reading the field.
Let's make it interesting.
We're making it interesting. Come on. Give us the freaking one.
Breaking down ball like a heat wave blade.
Oh, no! For the business! Did not for the business!
We see through the hype. Call out the feed.
So don't you go saying that you're never going to see that. You're such a hater.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
You are looking live.
Came from the cave with a mic in hand.
HG and Caveman in the house today. You missed it yesterday. We had our football frenzy breaking down AFC Championship, NFC Championship, went over our Super Bowl predictions. That was actually an action-packed show. You know, there's a lot of stuff going down at the end of the year. All pro, all rookie teams, and your Pro Bowl stuff happening. But for today's episode, kicking it off, I want to get into this this men's basketball first, man, because
It's been
Arizona, you were telling me about the weekend on Saturday. I had to work most of that day, so I didn't get to catch all of them, but there was some really good games over that weekend.
Saturday was the day of the freshman 40. 3 freshman players all dropping 40 points in their respective games.
That's what we're calling it. The freshman 40 for that Saturday. And on Wednesday, Arizona met probably their toughest competition yet of the season, going to BYU, taking on Dubonsa. Everyone's had their eye on him all season long. And I mean, this was a really great game. I mean, BYU goes down 7 down the stretch and just makes some incredible shots to make this one really close. And it nearly came down to some really crucial foul calls late in this game. But
Diabonsa was one of the 3 freshmen that dropped 40 points on Saturday. So then 2 days later, he's got to take on the number 1 team in the country back in his home house. But the Wildcats, man, just too much. They were just too much. They weren't quite able to overcome.
Yeah, 29 from Braden Burry's breakout performance from this one. His average this year is around 6 to 8 points a game. Him exploding for 29 in this one. He was 7 for 13, and he found his way to the line a lot as well. 14 free throws.
He was aggressive in this one. Like he was just
he attacks
pressure.
He attacks basket.
Rim. Yeah, and then I mean, not to be outdone, Jaden Bradley also scoring 26. I mean, those two were just electric.
10 for 15. Oh my gosh. And they shot pretty well from 3, despite hardly shooting any.
I mean, they were their team's entire 3-point offense. Those 2 right there. 4 triples between the 2 of them. Of the only 4 that Arizona made all day in this one. And this was a fantastic matchup. Potential Final Four matchup that we might be seeing later on, because both of these teams do a lot of things really well. You expect them to go deep in the March. I mean, this might be our Big 12 championship too. Like, I mean, waiting until the end of the tournament, these teams are probably going to see each other again at some point in the Big 12 tournament.
And I believe they have the home and home this year, so they're going back to McHale to play in Arizona later on this season. I believe that's one of their home and homes.
Yes, 2/18 actually. So
okay,
not too far out. That's going to be February 18th.
That's going to be an insane game. I mean,
that's in the middle of a brutal stretch.
Yeah,
Arizona. They have Kansas, Texas Tech, BYU, and then Houston over a 4-game stretch right there. Then they get a little reprieve to play Baylor, which I mean, Baylor's not no slouch of a team. They're struggling a little bit more than they usually do, but they're, that is a road game that'll still be a little difficult. And then they got to come back home and play Kansas and Iowa State. So that is just an absolutely
it's going to be rough.
Wild stretch to finish the year for the Wildcats.
Just those 4 games. I mean, it's going to be really hard for them to come out of that still undefeated, because this loss really came down to a little bit of growing pains from BYU. When they get down, AJ tends to feel like he needs to put up as many shots as possible and try and get him out of the hole. And this team is pretty deep. He's got Richie Saunders. I mean, Keita has been really solid for him down low. I mean, they're able to get some action going still late. And I feel like sometimes you can even kind of see it on his face. He gets panicked a bit, and it feels like he just has to get him out of the deficit as soon as possible.
I think that's the youth from him as well,
Yeah.
Is feel like not knowing that like you can trust your teammates. I'm sure, we got to keep in mind he is a freshman, like what's can be tough for those freshman players that are so used to being the guy. I mean, Keita's a projected top 5 NBA, or not Keita. Diabonsa's a projected top 5 NBA pick, probably top 3 if we're being honest. And so
in this year's draft,
like those
just some growing pains.
Like those guys are so used to like on the team just being the guy that makes all the shots, and then sometimes you get to the collegiate level And you've got to you got to realize you can't do it alone, no matter how good you are. Like it can be difficult if you don't get your teammates involved. Like that method might work against like Utah or one of your your other conference teams that aren't as good as Arizona. But Arizona's got a ton of talent. Burries, Bradley, Koa Pete.
It's a squad right there, man.
Those guys could all definitely be in the NBA one day. Like it's
Koa Pete might even be projected to go one and done. That was another 5-star recruit that they got. Literally, Arizona was on this kid the second that he graduated high school. He was getting visits. And I mean, he's a local guy from Chandler, which is only a few hours from, not even really, less than an hour away from where the stadium and everything is in Arizona. So
I'll say what didn't help in this one too. Robert Wright was cold. I mean, he was 3 of 16 in this one, and I mean, on the year, he's been one of BYU's better scorers, shooting 46% from the field, averaging 17.5 a game. So, despite one of their better scorers being cold for a lot of this game, only a 3-point loss for the Cougars. So Arizona did some good things defensively. And yeah, I think they just put a lot of pressure on Diabate, and they just benefited from a lot of inaccuracy.
Yeah, because
on the Cougars.
Overall, this is one of Arizona's most efficient shooting nights of the entire season. Right. 53% from the field. They only made 4 threes, but they still shot 33%, which is, I mean, that's really not too bad. Around close to where the average is going to be. And then 81% from the line. And looking on the other end, 40%, 38 from 3, and 63% from the free throw line from BYU. They capitalized on every defensive rebound they were able to get, all fast break points, every opportunity they capitalized on BYU's mistakes. It's tough that it happened for them at home too, because going to McHale, the potential of playing a team that's still undefeated in conference play, I mean, it's going to be tough to come out of there undefeated.
And I mean, Arizona, I think what was smart from them in this one, like they're in a team that takes a ton of threes or is, necessarily a great 3-point shooting team. They didn't really they just played their game, like BYU is kind of the same way. I don't think they have a ton of great 3-point shooters, but they ended up taking 34 threes and, shooting not terrible, like 38% from there. But they were it was a lot more chucking shots from the Cougars, where the Wildcats were really relentless with that rim pressure. They were getting to the line, and you just see the shooting numbers. It's a much more efficient night, and like Arizona was disciplined and just sticking to their game.
Oh yeah.
So I can't wait for part 2 again between these two teams though.
I want to see it. I can't wait to see this team that gets a lot of points in the paint go against Houston. I mean, that defense it's looked better than it has every year, and I feel like I say that every season with Houston. It's like their defense and their scheme just looks like it is so much better than it was the season before every single year.
It's wild. They just seem like better defensively every year. I don't know how they keep doing it. But we're going to flash back to Saturday to talk about some of these 40-point performances. So I mentioned Diabate was one of them in the Holy War against rival Utah.
Killed him.
Not really a great basketball program. He dropped 43 on them, and they just cruised to a victory over their rival, the Utes. But one of your other performances did unfortunately come in a loss for the Houston Cougars and Kingston Fleming. Fleming dropping 42 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals in a 4-point loss to the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Dang.
Him and Emmanuel Sharp were most of the Cougars' offense in this one. The JT Toppin, the experienced veteran player there at Texas Tech, and his squad there just really outperformed the Cougars overall. And I mean, you have 4 guys rather, all in double digits scoring. You got Petty and Atwell both dropping 18, Anderson with 12, and Toppin himself with a 31-12 double-double in this one. So they were one of the few teams this year to really be able to dissect that Houston defense and score a lot of points. I mean, obviously 90 on the Cougars. You don't see that happen often. And it was just, I mean, they were just capitalizing off of Houston's struggles.
Most they've allowed all season.
Yeah. They kind of were just capitalizing off of Houston's struggles to shoot the basketball and just, get in their own second chance opportunities right there. Hit 12 threes in this one as well. So just overall, really good win for the Red Raiders.
This Big 12 conference is insane.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get used to this matchups like this happening like almost daily with the Big 12. I mean, there's just so many top teams in here. Yeah, on top of him, and he's been at Texas Tech for he's only a junior, but it feels like he's been there longer. I don't know, but he's having himself a really nice season. And I think since he's been there, the Raiders, I think the deepest they've gotten has been the Elite Eight, right? And they haven't been able to crack the Final Four.
Yeah, the last 2 years they were in the Elite Eight.
Definitely looking to get over that hump. I mean, he's having one of his best, maybe his best season. He's averaging 22 and 11 on 56% from the field. So,
there you go.
Just highly efficient numbers, monster scoring and on the glass. And I mean, this was a pretty quality win at home against a really good Houston team, and weathering the storm, and kind of it wasn't a bad strategy, honestly, to force a lot of the offense onto Fleming, and he made them pay, but it just was a little too much for one player to bear, or too much of a load to shoulder on his own, and they were able to outlast Houston. So that was another good one. And then the other freshman 40 comes from the Big Ten, and Illinois' Keaton Wagler dropping 46 to take down the Purdue Boilermakers.
He made freaking 9 threes in this. He was going insane.
He was daggers.
9 for 11 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Right.
And he was 13 of 17. Holy crap, dude.
Purdue was, they were desperately trying to force the ball out of this kid's hands late. He was just so good at getting to his spots. They're like those, just so quick off that screen and pop action to get these threes up. I mean, he was half of his team's 3 balls. And then, they still gave him 9 other threes to help pour it on here.
They really got Purdue with the pick and fade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. When they lost to UCLA, that's literally all they were running with their big man. And that's he hit the game-winning 3 against them on a pick and fade.
Yeah. They did a little bit better job in the second half trying to eliminate that action, but in the first quarter, that was a good chunk of how Illinois stayed in it. And then they just started getting, then they were able to start getting to the line. And you also see 13 free throws out of Wagler. Yeah, it just felt like he could do no wrong. He only missed 4 shots from the field and 2 of his free throws. So when he shot the rock, I mean, it was probably going in. You just had to get with the program on that. So
Got to get Braden Smith some help out there, though. He was really the only main efficient person on the field besides Trey Kaufman-Renn. He had 27 and 12 assists.
Right.
11 for 16 of his own.
He was doing what he could, facilitating, shooting the ball. I just think what's a little concerning for me about Purdue is it just feels like sometimes they just can't shoot the three. Like they're capable of doing it, but they just get colder. They get away from it.
Yeah.
And that ended up being a difference in why Illinois was able to keep pace with them early on and then build their lead in the second half. So this one definitely wasn't as bad as the loss that they had at home to Iowa State, that 27-point loss, but two of their 3 losses now coming at home for Purdue. A little strange. I mean, it's a tough building to go into and play.
Oh yeah.
Usually very good at home there. But
it's looking like they might have a real tough time in the Big Ten tournament this year, and they might not be that dominant 1 seed that they have been last few seasons.
And that they were probably hoping for again here. But it's
because this is like Braden Smith.
Like this is
see you later
his
party,
last
you
year,
know.
Yeah.
And I think Trey Kaufman-Renn, both of them are at least a junior and a senior, right?
Yeah, Kaufman-Renn's also a senior, so I think they're both. This is probably their last season, if I had to guess. Both seniors looking to finish their career off strong, but some concerning losses to some other top teams here. I mean, Illinois. This team is no joke. I mean, they got they got those European bigs, Avicic, Mirakovic. They got a Stojakovic of their own. Like it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
uh-oh.
I don't know if he's I don't think he's as good as Peja by any means, but he's still a solid ball player. So Illinois, I mean, they're no slouch of a team. Neither is Iowa State. Definitely 2 teams to keep your eye on there as well. And they'll make some noise in the tournament for sure. So yeah, those are our freshman 40 games, and then Tuesday night we had another big top 5 matchup that I think we got to talk about.
Michigan defended home court against an unbeaten Nebraska team, and I mean Nebraska ball, it's back, man. Fred Hoiberg came into town, changing up the culture a little bit. His son was actually leading scorer in this one, 13 and 7 with 4 steals, but it was not enough to take down the Wolverines. They lose this one 75-72. And I mean, Hoiberg said it himself. I think Nebraska can compete with a lot of teams in the country now. I mean,
they definitely can.
If they got performances like 220 pieces from Jamarcus Flores and Price Sanford.
And I think Nebraska's already proved themselves. Like, this was a tough place to go and play in Michigan. Now, the Wolverines defend their home court very well. And, they kind of got killed on the glass because they're a lot smaller than Michigan is. But they made up for it by aggressively going for steals. I mean, they had 13 of them in this one. Michigan turned the ball over
19 times. Oh, so, man.
Like, they were kind of it was a little David versus Goliath just in terms of the size matchup here, but they were crafty and forced, gave themselves plenty of opportunities, just forcing turnovers, getting in those passing lanes, everything like that. So is this one of their home and homes? I do think they got to play each other again this year.
Let's see.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now this is not one of their homes. Never mind.
Looks like they got Maryland home and home.
Yeah. And maybe it's just Maryland.
Huh.
Interesting. But again, these are looking like the two best teams in the Big Ten. And I know Michigan State's and Purdue are both in there. So same with Illinois. Yeah, but these two teams, I do kind of two different play styles, but that just works so well. And Nebraska's got a lot of confidence in themselves. I mean, Price Sandfort is a great leader on that team and great number one option. We look in I think these could easily be the two teams that are playing for the Big Ten championship here in a couple weeks. Yeah, this was a really good matchup. One thing I was surprised that Nebraska didn't do in this game, though, is I feel like they could have gotten to the line a lot more, just trying to make some of those bigs on Michigan move their feet against their faster, smaller guards, but only 4 attempts in this game from Nebraska. And I mean, meanwhile, the Wolverines got.
Yeah, they got to the line at will, really. As they should have been as aggressive at just attacking the rim, just taking a strong take to the basket on those big men. You might get the call,
Yeah. So probably something they'll file away for their next matchup here. But, I mean, another really good one. So.
Oh yeah, the Big Ten is looking like it's going to be a bloodbath too, because Wisconsin and UCLA are honestly pretty sneaky. UCLA undefeated at home this year, and they got their upset victory over Purdue last week. So I definitely wouldn't sleep on them. Michigan State's been nasty. I believe they got Jeremy Fears. I don't know if that's Jeremiah Fears' brother, but they have Jeremy Fears Jr., who's been balling out this year.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Izzo, one of the all-time coaches in college basketball.
Illinois in there. Purdue. I mean, maybe Ohio State makes some noise. They might let, too many of these early games slip. But your top 7 or 8 teams in the Big Ten are looking pretty solid right now. Each of them got a chance. Texas Tech following Arizona right now in the Big 12 after that win over Houston. Kansas following right behind. But, I mean, if you give Arizona their first loss here in a few days, and Houston and Texas let just one more game slip, could see Kansas up here in the top of the Big 12 in just a matter of a week.
I got to kind of apologize to Kansas. I said that I thought they were a little overrated this season.
Me too.
I take that back.
Me too. They're pretty nasty.
I really take that back. When they're healthy, this is one of the best teams that they got. What's that freshman kid that they got in his name? So it's like Peterson.
I'm looking here now. Darren Peterson is their freshman, leading in scoring right now. 21, 4 boards, 1 assist, just a bucket.
Yeah, for them, I mean, if he can just stay healthy, like that offense just becomes such a well-oiled machine. I mean, they can run so much through him, and like they can score to keep up with anybody. So,
I mean, he's a 50, 40, 90 club just about.
He's only played like 10 games this season. That's really the only unfortunate thing. He's missed about half of their games. But the Jayhawks are legit. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Better late than never for a run, Better late than never.
I mean, you'd rather have them this time now than in March, that's for sure.
Keep your eyes on the A10 conference, though, everybody, because those St. Louis Billikens have
20-1
in the top 25 this year, 21st in the country right now. And don't forget about don't forget about the Maction, because sneaking into the top 25 this week as well is good old Miami, Ohio, undefeated.
Unbeaten Miami of Ohio.
One of the two that are left in your top 25, 24 and the number one team. I mean, they got plenty of good teams all around in college basketball right now. If you're a Mid-Eastern Atlantic Conference fan, that might not be where you're looking at anyone too great. We got Maryland Eastern Shore is 4-0 in the conference, but they got a win-loss of 8-13.
Not a basketball conference.
That's the number one team over there.
Hey man, back over to the Red Hawks for a second though. Gotta give some credit to them. Number one offense in the country. They're averaging 94 points a game.
There we go.
So I mean, they can really score them. You look at some of their matchups, and you're like, their defense might be a little questionable. Like they gave up 102 to Buffalo. They gave up 107 to Kent State.
Holy crap!
Or 101 to Kent State, but they scored 105 and 107.
135 on Milligan.
Wow. Milligan doesn't even have a logo.
Yeah, no. They don't have a logo here on ESPN.
They beat Trinity, Illinois, I think, is that 129 to 49. So they haven't obviously
the Trinity Trolls? No way. Look at their
Dude, their logo is
we got to get that PNG up there after we go.
8-bit PNG. Yeah, obviously they haven't had an absolute gauntlet of a schedule by any means, but they're beating a lot of teams by a lot. And if you're playing an easy schedule, you want to just win a lot of your games by a lot of points, and that's what they're doing. They've got a pretty solid average point differential. Wow. Oh, that's
the picture they got here on ESPN's a bit outdated. I'll get this up in here. Oh, here we go. This is the one they have on ESPN.
Oh, we gotta show everybody this.
That's crazy.
Only in college basketball, man. Like, well, while Caven's getting that pulled up, I'll show you some of the Red Hawks, their top performers. Brant Byers, their leading scorer, 15 a game from him. And they've got 6 guys averaging 10 or more points a game. So, like I said, I mean, it's not just one guy doing it all; it's the whole offense. Ian Elmer averaging 6 rebounds a game.
Beautiful.
Luke Skiacic averaging there 5 assists a game for them. Antoine Woolfolk, that's a pretty cool name. Or Antoine, actually, it's Antoine Woolfolk is their leader on defense, averaging 1.6 steals per game and a block per game. They're got somebody shooting. Evan Sparrows averaging 14 points, shooting 57% from the field. Pretty solid. So it'll be fun to. I mean, if they keep winning at the rate they're winning.
Oh yeah,
be fun to see what Miami might do in the postseason against some teams. Oh, that was that. Yeah.
Getting this photo in here for us now.
All right, Kevin's about to pull up this photo. You got to just see the Trinity Trolls. And I think we'll take a look at what's going on the women's side of college hoops as well.
I gotta put it in the overlays. There. The women's side, I think our only unbeaten team right now is still UConn.
That's in the top 25. It is UConn. Yeah, they're just cruising 21-0. And I mean, yeah, that Sarah Strong's continuing to dominate. shooting almost 60% from the field while averaging 19, 8, and 5.
That's the school's logo, everybody.
That's
Trinity Christian School in Illinois.
Miami of Ohio beat that team 129-49. Yeah, it's crazy because like there are plenty of other good players on the UConn's women's team. I mean, Ozzie Fudd's having a great season. KK Arnold,
The resurgence season.
one of the best
KK
6 women.
Arnold.
The best 6 women, Ice Brady, Sarah Williams, Bianca Quinonez is having a great season as well. But I mean, they get so outshined by how good Sarah Strong is. I mean, she is her team's leader in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. She's averaging 19, 8, 5, 4, and 2.
Jeez.
Shooting 91% from the line, 60% from the field, and 39% from 3. And I mean, of all of her teammates that have taken a lot of shots, only Jana El Afi is even close to as efficient shooting the basketball. So they're both shooting 60% from the field. So like it's just pure dominance at these incredibly efficient levels.
Oh yeah. Another team though, I think we gotta ride with the Homer fans here a little bit because this team over in LA got 2 Colorado hometown residents, Lauren Betts and Sienna Betts. Both of them are from Centennial. I had no idea. But right now they're second team in the country, 19-1. I mean, not to be outdone by having a deep roster by UConn. They almost have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players above 10 points per game scoring right now. And I'm just going to round up for them. They've got Lauren Betts with 16, Kiki Rice 15 points, Gabriella Jaquez, Gianna Neepkins, Angela Dugalich, Charlize Leaguer Walker, all scoring right now above 10 points per game.
And hey, Betts from the field, she's pretty efficient. She doesn't have the 3 ball like Sarah, but I mean
60%.
Dude, she's like crazy tall. She's 6'7", and
incredibly efficient.
Yeah, just so much bigger than most of the competition out there. Shooting a good 58% from the field.
Look at her guards though. We got a 50-40-90 club with Gabriella Jaquez, almost 60-40-90 club.
Yeah.
Gianna Neepkins 50-40-90 club. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, Neepkins and Jaquez are both shooting 47% from
that is nuts.
Why? I mean, they are absolute snipers.
That is just crazy.
Yeah, that's where, I mean, that's just how dangerous. That's like the danger of the UCLA is like, what are you willing to give up? Are you going to let Lauren Betts just work you in like those one-on-one matchups in the post, or are you going to let Jaquez and Neepkins just shred you from beyond the arc? I mean, you're kind of just, it's like, what are you more willing to live with, you know? And you think, well, I mean, it's, you know, it could, like, let's just have Betts work those one-on-ones in the post. But then, I mean, she can drop a lot of points, and with how much, you know, like it's almost free. I mean, like at least when they're taking a 3, there's a better shot of them missing. But like when she's got a one-on-one, I mean, it's all basically going to be free points like most of the time.
They did lose one early to Texas, and I think that was just a bit of growing pains with the new roster. And, you know, they are a limited rotation. They don't have as many girls come in and play typically. But I think they got the Big Ten schedule to kind of bounce back from that loss and still handily win the conference championship if they come out of here with a good resume because they got.
I mean, you look at some of the other top 25 teams that they've had to play since then. 22-point win over 14 at the time 14th ranked Tennessee.
Yep.
They beat 19th ranked Ohio State by 7 on the road. They beat number 17 ranked USC 80-46. So that's a 34-point victory. They went into Nebraska against the 25th ranked team in the country, beat them by 22. Beat number 12 Maryland at home in UCLA by 30. So since that early loss, they've just been kicking everyone's ass. Beat Cal Poly 115-120 or to
28. Oh my god, that's terrible.
Long Beach State 106-44.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's one of those cartoonishly large margins of victory.
Oh, that is the wins you want because look at that. They went on the road to Ohio State right after that when they were ranked 19. Coming up, big matchup at home against 8th ranked Iowa. Then you go to Michigan, go into the big house. Back-to-back weeks, though, you got the very next game, a couple days after the Super Bowl, in Michigan State. Then a couple weeks later, Washington, who's currently ranked 25 in the country. And that's the last top 25 matchup of the year. So still 4 teams they got to play that are going to really give them a test.
I don't know if you've been following some of the controversy, but apparently there's a divide in everyone talking about Audie Crooks and her defense apparently. And I don't.
This is what happens when you want your sport to be broadcasted on the highest level.
I mean,
unfortunately,
she is obviously one of the best offensive players in the country, but it's diabolical the levels of effort she gives on defense.
Exactly.
They had a matchup against Baylor. She's just camping out in the paint, and like her woman she's supposed to be guarding just keeps running out beyond the arc for threes, and you think, well, like maybe they're not a good 3-point shooter.
She's not even trying to get out and close out on the shot.
Doesn't try to close out. Also, that's somebody shooting 57% from 3 this year. So
probably somebody you should get out and try to contest.
Don't leave her open. Yeah. But
have you seen? Go and look up edits of D'Angelo Russell back when he was on the Lakers earlier in his career, and look at how they used to mock him.
Dude, D'Angelo Russell was actually a really good player in the NBA for a while. I mean, he was electric in his time in Brooklyn. The thing he will probably be remembered for the most is having his head photoshopped on top of a traffic cone because he couldn't guard Bruce Brown in the Western Conference Finals.
Exactly.
D'Lo is a really good player. I promise he's only going to be remembered for having for that traffic cone picture.
What about Westbrook? I thought that was all. That's all fun and games, right? But it's it's like this is just kind of what happens when it gets broadcasted on the highest level.
Stephen A. Smith has called the 3-time league MVP Nikola Jokic a fat tub of lard that can't even jump up onto a curb. I don't know what it is about basketball, but I feel like hoopers get like extra slanderized. I don't know.
The trash talk, especially from the media. I'm like, dang, like Stephen A, he'll say that about guys in the NFL too, but it'll be like league wide of just everybody will be talking about the same exact player. I mean, Dwight Howard really wasn't that bad. Or not Dwight Howard. JaVale McGee really wasn't that bad. He got his whole entire career like almost ruined because of Shaqtin' a Fool. He made it on Shaqtin' a Fool every week, but in the end of the day, he was really averaging 10 and 12 for the team that he was on, and being a pretty solid rebounder for them. It's just he would have one pretty foolish looking turnover a game that Shaq would then turn into his weekly roast. It's like that'll that stuff just happens.
And I mean, for Adi, it's unfortunate because she is a really fantastic offensive player. She's averaging the most points in the country right now. But you gotta lock in. You gotta try something more on defense. It's become just painfully obvious that everything you need to do to beat Iowa State is to just put her in action and just target her relentlessly. I mean, they started the year ranked in the top 10 and they are now unranked.
Yeah.
And they lost 5 straight, and they've since been able to kind of steady the ship a little bit, and they got two big impressive wins. So maybe they're starting to figure out some way to help her, and she's putting in a little more effort, but it was, for a time, it was really bad. I mean, you just not moving your feet at all and just letting players run right past you. There's gotta be a little effort to affect there. But if you can have like not such a huge liability on defense, you don't have to be an exceptional defender. You just can't be a liability. You got to give some effort, and you got to just make it. You've got to force the team to put somebody else in the action every now and again, and try to attack somewhere else. Like if there's one person that can just get targeted all game, that's going to be a huge problem. Now they can get that worked out throughout the rest of the season. Iowa State's definitely a team that could be dangerous because there's really just nobody that's, strong enough to stop her when she's working in the post. So,
oh yeah, it's not like anyone's saying that she's one of the worst players. I'm not saying that's, we're trying to inform, but it's like we're not trying to say that she doesn't deserve to have a career or get any props, or like the team is horrible or anything. It's just we're pointing out the flaw of a weakness in that team. And we're doing it in a much nicer way than the internet's going to. That's why it sounds so out of pocket when you see people post online about Audi Crook's defense. It's like they're just pointing out the team's weakness in probably the most negative and rude way possible.
And there's always going to be some bad faith people out there that are just trying to be.
They're just trying to be rude. Yeah,
being spirited, but that's just the nature of sports. That's part of the risk of being a professional athlete, is you are going to be subject to slander. If you've ever done a pro athlete's ever done a fast food collaboration with a restaurant chain, the second you have a bad game,
that is posted.
Carson Beck, he led the team to a national championship, but because he threw the game-losing interception, they just posted like
Sheen, all that.
His next job is the Krusty Krab intro, the Krusty Krab hype video from SpongeBob. Oh, it's pretty bad. All right, well, we've been going for a while, man. College hoops is just a great time. It's
the best.
We can't wait for March. I'm still excited for the Super Bowl, but I gotta admit, some of my enthusiasm for the sport died when Bo Nix's ankle broke. So that was.
That's fair. I think I would be pretty distraught if I watched Tyler Shuck.
Well, and especially after watching
like that.
How close it was against the Patriots, like now, as a fan, in the back of my mind, all I'm going to be able to think while I watch the Super Bowl is Broncos should have effing been here. And then if the Patriots are getting destroyed by the Seahawks, which I think could be a possibility, I was going to be thinking like Bo Nix would be getting destroyed right now, but
it's be way different with our offensive line.
I'll be a little salty, but
2 all-pro offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix would have been under pressure like this. That's kind of how I felt after no call pass interference and the Minneapolis Miracle. So I'm telling you, That's back-to-back seasons. Saints should be in the Super Bowl.
I mean, Christian Gonzalez is a fantastic corner. I think he's one of the top 5 corners in the league. But I mean, come on, be real with me, everyone. Y'all would love to see Pat Surtain versus JSN in this. I mean, come on.
We still got a cool matchup, but
that would have been fire. Yeah, no, it'll be. I'm rooting for Sam Darnold, man. It'd be the first QB from that.
Sammy Dimes.
All right, well, hey folks, stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We're just gonna go hit a quick music break. When we come back, we'll jump in and talk a little NBA, and we still got Team Builder coming up later. So don't go anywhere. You're watching Till the Final Whistle here on Military Broadcast Radio.
Another regular day, nobody knows. It's that time, he's coming home to them from a foreign land. He pulls up, his mama cries, looks at daddy with tears in his eyes and says, nothing feels better than this. Couple of months go by and no one sees. Something just ain't right, only wants his peace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free and put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again. He gets help, but he still feels off. Sees an ad on the TV about a dog batting said, this is a man's best friend. Whoa, so he goes one day and he picks it up. Never thought a dog could bring so much love and put a smile on his face. But he's finally found a saving grace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again. Whoa, whoa. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again.
the station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at mbradio.u.
You are looking live at Till the Final Whistle, everybody. We are back from our first music break. Just hit on some college basketball, hit up men's and women's sides, everything. Check out what's going on. And do we want to do our team building exercise first, or do we want to go into a little bit more sports?
Jump into some more sports. Jump
Okay.
over to the NBA, man.
Let's do it. We had a pretty nice Nuggets Pistons game last night. They unfortunately took the L, but real close battle. 109-107.
Yeah, they nearly came back in this one. I mean, they were Pistons got out to a pretty big lead. But Nuggets, they were down 31-18 after the first half, and you were like, oh boy, this could get out of hand. But they really rallied and just, man, that's just, I think, the one thing they're missing from Jokic is they just have some trouble finishing in the fourth quarter. And in this one, even though they played a really good fourth quarter, 26 points, in this one, just in those final few possessions, they just
Got to get that closer.
came
That's
up a little short.
That's Joker's job, man.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of high scoring last night, at least from just different players across the league. I'm just going to rattle off a few. Mark Williams. A lot of players are injured right now on the Suns, and it was no problem. He had 27 in a win over the Nets, but Michael Porter Jr. had 36. We had a matchup between the Blazers and the Wizards. Shaedon Sharp dropped 31, and Alex Sarr, here we go. This is something you like to see if you're a Wizards fan. 29 points, 12 boards, 6 blocks for the kid. You love to see that. DeMar DeRozan and Brunson went off. DeRozan had 34, Brunson with 28. Miles Turner, nice outing, 31 points in Philly. In a loss, though, 139-122, where Paul George was on fire, 32 points from him. And Chet Holmgren, 20, 14, and 5 blocks at home against the Pelicans. I mean, that's not the hardest team to pick up 5 blocks against.
Was Shea even playing in that game?
Let's check real quick. I don't think so, though.
He's still.
He did not. Oh, no, he did. He did.
Oh, he had 29.
29 points.
Whatever. Yeah, Luka just back on Monday dropped 46, 7, and 12. And then the Magic Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell had 45, while Paolo went 37 and 10. But the Cavs got the win in that one. Brandon Miller, I love seeing a 30-piece from him, 30 and 8, and a big win over the 76ers. The Hornets this is a team that baffles me, man. They just do it's wild. They're 19 and 28, and it's I just see some flashes where I'm like, damn, they could be so good. I mean, they destroying the Jazz. They beat the Magic earlier in the year. They blew the Sixers out. I mean, they've got some good quality wins, and then they also just lose some really dumb games or just get destroyed. So I don't know. I see all the talent and what this team I feel like this team could be a lot better, but they just for whatever reason
you can see the vision.
Can't get it consistent, man.
You can see the vision.
I love this young core. I mean, some of these guys that are starting to become vets in this league, like Miller, he's really starting to come to his own. They brought in Colin Sexton, who he's shooting. I think where his shooting number goes. It's he's shooting really well from 3 right now. Nope, that wasn't Sexton. Somebody's shooting 49% from 3. But it's just, I don't know. They confuse me, man. I feel like they should be better. It's blowing me away. And I mean, they're right there as a fringe playing team. Like they're right there. So they
are right there.
They're 4 games back from Atlanta and Chicago and Orlando. So they can get some stuff together.
No more Trae Young over there. You might be able to sneak past the Hawks and get in there. They just can't they can't be losing any more of those dumb games. It's like they really don't look like that bad of a team when they're going and blowing out the Thunder. It was like 135-97. They beat them it was at the beginning of January to open up the new year. Beat up on the Thunder, and then they lost the Nets like the very next game.
Yeah. Well, and the Jazz are even funnier because it's like they've beaten teams like the Timberwolves, they beat the Thunder, they beat the Pistons, the Spurs, the Lakers, but then like they lost by 55 to the Hornets.
They're a really anticlimactic team, the Jazz, though.
Yeah.
At least like you get some good moments. Got one of the best commentators for the Hornets for their home games. And I mean, it's like the runs that Utah goes on. It's always like they go on a little bit of a run to just get back in the game when they're out of it. And then not really enough to change too much or impact the game too much.
Yeah. And Dallas, I think, is starting to put some things together just as one of those bottom teams, though. Like Cooper Flagg's having himself a great rookie campaign, probably getting close to being a lock for rookie of the year. Kid's averaging 18, 6 and 4. Yeah, I mean, he's looking really good. I also like Nemhard, man. Nemhard's another rookie on that team. Really good playmaker for them. So those are just like, I think Dallas and Charlotte, if they can just find some consistency, and I think the other thing is like guys can stay healthier and miss less time, they really could stack some wins and make the plan, you know? And I think if you're either of those fan bases, like right now, I would just be a good feeling to be like, say, all right, we're not too far off. We don't have, let's just give you some confidence. There's just a few more moves you have to make. Like, I don't know. Neither of them really got the squads to go deep, I don't feel like, but they could. They're right there to at least make some noise in the postseason.
They got a chance, and it'll definitely help with the improvement of their young teams too, because they can finally get a chance to get some postseason action. It's like get a little more tournament experience, a little more pressure moment experience than your play-in tournament.
Right. And it's a good thing the Rockets were able to get KD in the offseason, because there are some nights where like those offensive struggles that they had last year rear their ugly head, and he is like
he's right there.
The only thing keeping them afloat. But I tell you what, when the Rockets are playing their best ball, they look like an undisputed contender. But there have also been some moments where they look very, beatable. And I think if you're Coach Aduka, you got to get that like sorted out before the postseason. Like they have had a couple of stretches. I mean, they lost like 2 in a row to the Blazers and then the Kings. But then you get some like really nice quality wins, over the Timberwolves, Pelicans, or whatever. And then you beat the Spurs. They beat the Pistons the other night. That was a really good game. So, like I said, like when I'm seeing the Rockets play their best basketball, I'm like, oh, that team they could, easily go to 7 games with any team in the league. They're really good, but they just have these lulls. I mean, they're not very long, but there are a few, like they can hit these stretches of like 2 or 3 games where they just don't they aren't playing very good. And I think they just need to get that out of their system before the postseason, because that could really come back to bite them and like in the first round, that might extend the series that they should have won quicker, so they're going to get less rest, or it's going to just make it that much harder for them to potentially beat like a San Antonio, an OKC, hopefully a healthy Denver.
Makes it that much tougher when you're there.
Yeah.
Are the Bucks finally going to trade Giannis? Or are they just going to be tanking so they can try to?
They have to, man. Why do you have like one of the best players on the planet just playing this meaningless basketball? I mean, they're so bad. I remember the Nuggets. We almost choked a game to them with like no Jamal Murray, no Peyton Watson. Aaron Gordon was hurt in the second half. Obviously, no Bruce Brown or no Christian Brown. Jokic and Cam Johnson still hurt. No Jonas, and we ended up holding on and winning by 102. But it was like in Milwaukee, a game we just absolutely had no business even winning, and that offense of theirs just gets so cold. Like Giannis is clearly affecting his health. Like he's playing like not 100%, but they just so desperately need him out there. I mean, I don't even have like that much stake in the game, but like when I see like the NBA Twitter account Hood Genius, who's a huge Milwaukee Bucks fan, say Doc Rivers belongs in Guantanamo Bay, and then I watch a Milwaukee Bucks game, I'm like, he's not even exaggerating that much. Like
it's like not really. It's not really that far of a stretch, you know. He's just trapped there.
Dude, Doc had this in the Nuggets game. He had a terrible challenge like 3 minutes into the game on like what was very obviously a foul call. So then he lost this challenge in a timeout with 9:22 left to go in the first quarter. And Aaron Gordon still got to go to the line for 3 free throws because it was a foul on the three shot. And so I was like, that was, I saw the replay and it was like so obvious that he got chopped or contacted as he was trying to go up and do his motion. And it's like, what are you even challenging there? So you got Ryan Rollins' page up there. He's solid, man.
He's pretty good. I like him. I like Kevin Porter Jr. Not what he does to his baby mama.
Nobody likes that.
Bobby Portis ain't bad, and Miles Turner ain't bad. But like the rest of this team can go. Like everybody else can go.
They gotta go. It's so bad, man. I think they gotta trade Giannis. I don't think there's really, with his contract and what they gotta pay him, they really gotta enter a rebuild mode, or else he's just gonna kind of be wasting away the rest of his career there.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you got Gary Trent and Cole Anthony off the bench, or they may start some games. They're not terrible playmakers, but pretty undersized guards and, not the greatest defenders. So it's like, that's a guy that can come off your bench for a quick, spark, hit a few threes, hit some good shots for you on offense, but they're not getting the stops that they need. And you already got all the offense in the world from Giannis scoring 30 points a game.
I mean, it just seems like they're disorganized, like in clutch situations. Like they don't know like who the ball needs to be going to, or like what plays they need to get to, or what looks they're trying to get. Like I'm taking it back to the Nuggets game, but like we miss a free throw that would have put us up by 2, and like for whatever reason, Kyle Kuzma he gets the rebound, and there's a little bit of time to advance it. They don't have a timeout, and he just decides that it's going to be him that just hooks it, heaves it at half court instead of giving it up to anybody else. It's just situations like that where it's like they don't, like, there just seems to be no discipline, or like when you come out of that timeout, like, guys don't know what the game plan's supposed to be, and they don't know what to do in those, like, who they get the ball to, what looks to go to. Like, Doc's like, what are you talking about in these timeouts?
This is the team that I feel bad for forgetting his name. We fired him last year. Malone. The Nuggets. Michael Malone. This is a team where somebody that actually coaches hard and, get in them a little bit. That's the coach you need. Doc Rivers should not be coaching a team that can't really get in a set when they're coming down the stretch of a game and just they're not disciplined enough to advance the ball. And it's like Kyle Kuzma's played in finals games. That guy can be coached. You just have to you got to have somebody that's going to actually do something for this lineup to work. Doc Rivers is going to stand there with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even want to be there. Well, the All-Star lineups got announced.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at those.
I don't know what the rosters are, but I can tell you one thing I do know is that Duop Reith received 1 vote.
Thank God.
Duop Reith, baby.
I was worried, but I'm glad
he got a vote. 1 vote.
All right. Well, we'll start in the Eastern Conference with your starters. I think they're actually doing USA versus World as the game, but like the rosters just based on what conference they're in are in the East. Your starters, you've got Giannis, Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brown, Cade Cunningham, and Tyrese Maxey. So 4 guards and then 1 forward. But I mean, those are probably the guys putting up. They're leading some of the best teams in their conference, or are the best player on their team, and they're having insane seasons. In the West, your starters are going to be Steph Curry and Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. So that's a much scarier front court.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
And then let's see, why do you only have the starters?
That USA versus the world, that's going to
be interesting.
Rough timing.
And where's it? All right. Well, I'll have the reserves here. Obviously, I mean, like some of the guys that made it. Kevin Durant, he's going to be there. LeBron's obviously there. Got some new faces as well. Jalen Johnson, I know, made it. He was
well deserved. He's been hooping this season.
Yeah. Has been kind of a triple-double machine as well. All right. Donovan Mitchell, reserve. Obviously, Jalen Johnson's there. Scotty Barnes.
Let's go.
Makes it again. Jalen Duren.
Okay, that's perfect.
He's
I like that.
He's really earned it.
Cat could have made it. That's fair. Siakam, yeah.
Potentially.
MPJ. He could.
I
you know what?
Get
him on the reserves, man.
So, again, this is just another article. Can we just get a list or something? I don't have it memorized. I think MPJ did actually make it, like, officially. So, we'll see. I mean, we'll see if this year they actually. Oh, man. Oh, he won't be starting. That's what they're saying. For the first time in 21 years, LeBron will not be starting, which is kind of crazy to think.
It's crazy.
He's been a starter for 21 straight years, but yeah, the injuries and everything, it's.
I mean, everyone's got their time coming to an end. Breaking news. Browns are hiring Todd Monken, OC from the Ravens, has been hired as the Browns' new head coach.
He completed his homework assignment. Okay. Well, let's cover that. That's some breaking news.
Oh.
Wow. So Todd Monken from the Baltimore Ravens.
That boy turned 60 on February 5th. There we go.
How did the Ravens? I mean, they had some of their offensive struggles were just like Lamar wasn't healthy for
yeah.
a good chunk of the year. But I mean, he did some really incredible things with them. He's been with Baltimore for how many years?
While.
He's been there a minute.
It was a rough ending over there, really. I heard it was kind of an insider rumor from some people over there that Lamar and Todd Monken hadn't even spoken to each other in the last 4 months of the season. And that pretty much all the firings and everything that's going down in Baltimore it was just bound to happen at some point because seemed like it was already coming to an end.
Yeah, I think that it was kind of getting to a point where the coaching staff and a good chunk of the player base was not seeing eye to eye, and I think they wanted to keep their quarterback happy because they felt like that was going to be tougher to replace than head coach. Now they got Jesse Minter over there. I think Baltimore absolutely needs a more defensive minded.
Oh yeah, they got to bring back that identity
to lead them. So now Monken's gone, so that leaves a vacancy for their head coaching position.
No way, dude.
I mean, Baltimore.
This is just funny.
What is?
There are 4 other candidates here that they've got. So Jim Schwartz, Jacksonville Jaguars OC. That makes sense. Grant Udisky, Los Angeles Rams pass game coordinator. Okay, so we're going down the bottom of the barrel, hiring the passing game coordinators. Not even the offensive or defensive coordinators. We're going down the passing game coordinators. Nate Scheelhaas, the Washington Commanders run game coordinator. And the running backs coach, Anthony Lynn. Come on now.
Well,
their Browns are browning. That's what's going.
This isn't like a super inspiring hiring for me. I mean, I think like Cleveland, wants like an old school type of football coach. That's what Monken's gonna do. I don't know if
he is kind of like the Michael Malone style, old school coach. Yeah. Which I mean might help.
Baltimore this season did average, 330 yards a game and around 25 points a game. So they were pretty middle of the pack offensive unit this year. Which they had injury concerns and everything. So we'll see. I mean, Monken, I think will probably like a quarterback like Shador a little bit more, is a bit more drop back pocket passer thing there, but he had a pretty talented roster in Baltimore, and
the whole reason he got the job in Baltimore was being the OC at Georgia when they won back-to-back national championships. And that got him the job in Baltimore for the last 3 years. And then, eventually, just not being able to get over the hump just got him and Harbaugh fired.
There we go.
But
this one's going to be interesting, but I'm not like, I think it could work out. I think it might just be underwhelming for the most part.
Underwhelming for now. They got to see it out. People get fired and cut way too quick.
It's the Browns
in this league now.
They're gonna somehow Andrew Barry's gonna still be there, but Monken's gonna be gone in like 3 years.
They've had 11 head coaches since 1999. Close second to the Raiders, who've had 13. About to be 14 when they hire a new coach. I mean, it's like he had a pretty decent run. First year, Lamar got his second MVP. And then the year after, they were the number one offense in the league. But it might be a bit underwhelming, the results that are going to happen with a completely new team, less valuable roster, and, very, very undisciplined roster as well.
So, man, now who needs to still fill their head coaching vacancy? We've got
LA or LV.
The Raiders do, yeah.
Vegas.
So Commanders haven't fired.
Miami? Did Miami hire a coach yet?
I don't think so. Giants, they hired Harbaugh.
Yep.
Stefanski went to the Falcons. The Bills promoted Joe Brady. Get the hell out of here, beef jerky head. Get out of here, old trapper. Brian Duker. That's a funny name.
Brian Duker, defensive coordinator.
Jets new D coordinator.
Jets.
Let's see.
Titans got Saleh and Dayball.
That's right. Dayball went to the Titans. I mean, Dayball did a lot of good things for Josh Allen. He was the Bills OC. Joe Brady getting promoted.
Okay, so the Commanders, the Raiders.
The Commanders haven't fired Quinn.
Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. So the Commanders.
David Blau?
What?
I can't even talk about that guy.
Wow.
I don't understand it. Yeah, the Dolphins did. They hired Jeff Hatley.
Oh, yeah, Halfley. So I think just the Raiders.
I think it's just the Raiders, yeah. I don't think there's anybody else. Because Canales, he's not out at Carolina.
No.
Did the Cardinals hire a new head coach?
The Cardinals and the Raiders.
They fired Gannon.
Looks like.
Broncos fired their offensive coordinator, Joe Lombardi. Oh, crap. Eric Bieniemy's back with the Chiefs. I forgot.
Yeah, I was about to ask how you're feeling about that.
Not thrilled. I'm not going to lie.
Back at OC. He was a pretty good run game coordinator over in Chicago for a little bit. This season helped him out. I mean, he's back. I know at least some of the Chiefs fans are happy with that.
Mahomes' better years offensively was with that guy at the
Yeah.
position. Well, that's rough. Some other NFL news is Bill Belichick. I think we just want to get some people's thoughts on this. Is not going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. That's pretty. That's insane to me. I mean, he won 8 Super Bowls. I don't know what else you got to do really to.
Yeah. He's got winningest NFL coach of all time. He can put that under his belt. It's been shocking the league though. You got this clip on ESPN. Stephen A. calls for a boycott of the NFL Hall of Fame after Belichick snub.
I just thought, like, as a coach, I don't know what more you got to do. I guess there was those because of the cheating scandals. That's what people are saying. That's the reason that they're leaving him out. But I don't know.
No. There's plenty of players that are going to be first ballot that were involved with that same exact team in same cases.
Like this feels almost like it's like petty revenge or something, like he wronged some people, and so now they voted to keep him out of the Hall of Fame for a year. Not first ballot Hall of Famer or are you not holding his record without Brady against him, saying that Brady made him? It's strange, but
yeah.
I mean, no coach has won more Super Bowls. He's won total games won as a coach has been, that's more than anyone else.
So it's his first appearance on it. This article is saying he's obviously additional chances in the future, but 11 people out of the 50-person selection committee didn't even write his name on the ballot.
That's, yeah. I don't know, man. It feels like they're setting a weird precedent. Like if Belichick's can't make it, like who can on the first ballot? Who can? And now, I mean, like now in the other first ballot Hall of Famer, it's going to be just like it probably not going to have the resume he has, and you're going to just be raising eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't like the guy, but I mean, you can't deny how good of a coach he was, and like just how that was like one of the most insufferable parts about the Patriots is they just felt like they were a step or two ahead of everyone else, and that you were just like they were such a well-oiled machine that you just could not mess up against. That's why they won so many Super Bowls.
It's just kind of weird that even those scandals are going to be even looked at, because if you're not looking at any of that, he has a bad season without Brady where he got fired, and they were pretty much like, we're just going to move on for the future, man. Thank you for everything you done. And a 4-8 season at North Carolina this last year. So I mean, he went
11-5 with Matt Castles as quarterback when Brady went down in week 1. He took rookie and coached the team where rookie Mac Jones and the Patriots went to the playoffs and won 10 games. But then, Mac Jones just never really improved from his rookie season that much, and they eventually moved on.
It's like to fully blame a bad season on a coach like Belichick. It's like, yeah, maybe there was some rough play calls. Well, when you make the right play, and the guys that are supposed to be executing the play don't do that, how are you going to blame the coach? You could call the perfect play, and maybe it's just a bad throw from the quarterback, or he makes the wrong read, and instead of throwing it to somebody with anticipation who would be wide open on the route, sails it into double coverage. Or your offensive line can't block, and you take a sack.
This is going to be one of those decisions that is going to just be is going to echo throughout all the Hall of Fame selections now, and it's like I think it's bad because now, like, for a lot of coaches that might be first ballot Hall of Famers, now they're going to just be immediately compared to Bill Belichick, and that's maybe not fair to those coaches. Like, should be a celebration. Like, it's just it puts a weird feeling on the whole selection process. Let us know what your thoughts are on that. I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to hit our final music break, and then when we come back, we're going to end off today's show with some team building exercise. We finally completed our rushing yards challenge. So now we're heading over. We're going to do a little basketball one as the NFL season's wrapping up. NBA total career points. Stay tuned to find out the rules of that one and what we're doing with that. Don't go anywhere, though. You're watching Till the Final Whistle right here on Military Broadcast Radio.
No filters, no douche, on blast.
I wish there was some place that I could go where I got the promise to never be alone. These bars all have last call, and my friends, they ain't home. I wish there was some place that I could go with a heartache this big, about guitar at home on the floor. With a heart ain't this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. With a heart ain't this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. Yeah, they never have last call and play good old tunes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at Till the Final Whistle, coming back at you, and it's time for everybody's favorite segment, team building exercise.
And I'm putting together a special team.
Shout out. All right, everybody. Let's just explain the rules of our new challenge here. We're switching it over to the NBA this week, and our goal is 500,000 points. We're doing 20 players, and for this one, we're going to try and do 3 doubles with the 20 players. I think that should be enough, right?
I don't think we need to. I want to see how close we get, but I believe with this one, because you got like few guys in like the 30,000s. There's a lot of guys like 25,000 plus. I think like this one we can probably get without doubling anything. But we could introduce a little fun rule. We'll see how close we are, and then we'll let somebody pick a random number to just double that and see if that.
Okay, if that'll get us there.
Launch us
Okay,
there. That'll be like
it.
That'll be the second wind, we'll call it.
I like it. All right, let's get our wheel up here. Bang. Let's hit our first spin. 20 players.
We're going to have to go like league historian mode.
Okay.
Here.
Sacramento Kings.
I think we got to go with the big O here, right? Oscar.
Yep. Oscar Robertson.
Oh my God,
I always forget he was on those.
That's a good start, though. We're going to... Oh, doesn't have his total points. It just has his career points per game. Hold on a second. Scroll down a little bit.
See if Basketball Reference will show us. Oh, there's totals right there.
Yeah, here we go. God, there's so many pop-up ads on here. Okay, I think 26,710 is the total.
Okay.
So that's a good start. Yeah, total points over the career 14. Okay. It's going to be 26,700.
Oh yeah, that's the right one there.
All right.
That's a good first spin right there. I'll take that.
Note to self, it's not right at the top of the page.
Brooklyn.
Oh,
Nets.
I mean, what Paul Pierce was there. Paul Pierce has to.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, also Kevin Garnett's there. We could go KD.
Oh wait,
KD just passed Dirk.
We got to do KD. What are we doing? Kevin Durant. He's like somewhere in the 30,000. Here we go. Totals. 18 years. Oh, hold on. I'll try it again. Here it is. Points. Wrap this up. Crazy chart. Does not have his points.
You have to scroll all the way to the end. Like,
oh, I gotta go to the side. Here we go.
31K.
31,681.
Dang.
There we go.
Just recently passed Dirty Dirk Nowitzki the other night.
All right.
Two of the best 7-foot tall scorers in the NBA right there. Now we're landing on, looks like Boston. Yep, Boston Celtics.
We got tons of options. I mean, there's Larry Legend comes to mind. We go a little older, like there's John Havlicek, there's Bill Russell. Shaq was on the Celtics briefly. Man, I kind of think Shaq might be the best option here. Although he's on a lot of he was on a lot of teams. Maybe we just go Larry here.
Bucks. Let's give Larry a shot. Because Boston's got a lot of options too.
Yeah,
we can always come back to them.
I don't think any of these players are bad options.
Oh yeah, no. We just gotta come up with guys that put the ball in the basket.
Man, I gotta get like an ad block or something. This is the pop-ups are crazy. All right, that's not terrible from Larry. That's 21,000.
We'll take that.
791.
We'll take that. Next up.
Gonna get.
Oh, this might be your choice. Dang, your choice. LeBron. Easy. Which LeBron do you want to go with?
Does it matter? Go 2016 Lakers LeBron. This is 42,000 something. We just got to double check the.
I'm liking this next one. So we can get the man himself, the other guy in the convo.
Oh, yeah?
We landed on Washington.
Did Kareem play for Washington?
Thinking either Kareem or Michael Jordan. I got to double check Kareem.
Well, Kareem's second, so let's double check Kareem. I thought he was just the Lakers and the Bucks, but he played like 20-something years. If not, though, I ain't upset with MJ.
The Wizards. Did not play for the Wizards. Bucks, only the Bucks and the Lakers.
All right, let's go Michael. I mean, we can't go wrong with the greatest just pure scorer of all time.
Can't go wrong with it. We're gonna be missing somebody on the Wizards. I'm gonna be thinking.
Shit, didn't Paul Pierce also play for the Wizards?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's not better than Michael, but like, I know he's.
If we need him.
I know Paul scored a lot of points.
He was a bucket.
2,292.
Okay.
Nice. Dude, that's good. Good 5 so far. We've got like 2 of the top 3.
Now we got the Pelicans.
And we do, unfortunately, we got to remember the creep. Malone is like 3rd all time.
We almost got the Jazz on the first spin. That's who I was going to say.
Jazz and a Laker. I don't know if you went anywhere else. But the Pelican, could we count the Hornets before they moved? The New Orleans Hornets or Chris Paul?
Well,
right, because that was the same franchise, and that's where Chris Paul played. Because they moved.
That's true. They did move from Charlotte. They went from being the Bobcats to the Hornets, New Orleans Hornets.
I mean, and we go with the point guard.
Let's do that. And then if we get the Hornets, we can flash back to when they were the Bobcats.
Okay.
That'll count.
Point guard, Chris Paul. He's going to give us a total of, I don't know if I said MJ's total, but that was 32,292. Chris Paul's 23,058 points. And should be counting, but he got Clippers suck. The worst.
The Suns.
Well, here we go. We could
take
Shaq here.
Oh, yeah. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with getting Shaq.
Can't go wrong with the most dominant big of all time. Shaquille O'Neal. Man, that's a deep cut. You remember that from like back in the early 2010s?
Dude, that's a Vine reference right there, I believe. That's a classic.
I don't even remember who called him Shaquille O'Neal. I think about that at least twice a year.
Boston again.
So Shaq was 28,596. Okay. Boston. So we took Larry. I mean, I feel like we got to go with Hondo, John Havlicek. I think he just, because he was a guard, a bit more of a shooter, I think he'll have more points than
he was like shooting guard, small forward. Let's try Havlicek. I got a card of him last year, Suke, on my team. It was a beast. That thing could shoot. That card could shoot.
Shout out to Carson Breber from Nerd Sesh. I would have considerably less knowledge about some of these old ass hoopers if it wasn't for him and the trivia that he does on that channel, man. That guy could tell you like who the backup point guard on the 1956 Minneapolis Lakers averages. Dog is an absolute encyclopedia. It's wild. Dude, 26,300.
That's a good pull there.
95.
Johnny.
Love you, Johnny boy. Appreciate that. We're coming up on number 9 here.
Who's Denver?
The Nuggets. I mean, do we just go? Ooh, I don't know if Jokic is there yet. I feel like we got to go with Alex English first.
Yes. Jokic, I think, is at like, he's not 13, and he's got to be at least 16 or 17,000 points for Jokic, maybe more.
Alex English,
that's our guy right there.
Bro, man could score the ball with the best. I mean, he's up there. You want to talk about some of the best scorers of all time? Alex English is there. Man had like a 70-point franchise record setting game. Yeah, they had 25,613 points. Like whenever I see the Nuggets, I'm like, oh, go Jokic immediately. But I think also we probably
that's lucky right there.
I think Dan Issel might be in front of Jokic too.
Another your choice.
Well, we don't have Kareem yet. Let's just take Kareem.
Let's do it. Easy money right there.
Dang, that's the top 2. I think Kareem's like 38-something thousand. He is 38,000.
Dang.
387. Damn. So LeBron broke that and it's now like nearly 5,000 points ahead of him.
It's going to be hard for the next person to break that. Toronto Raptors is our next spin, though.
Ooh, this is I mean, there's Kawhi. We could go Kawhi. Could go Chris Bosh. Ain't terrible.
Oh, that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick.
I'm trying to think if there's any other notable Raptors. I'm just blanking of at the moment.
Is Vince Carter up there on the list of all time?
Oh my God!
Probably not too high.
Yeah,
but
Vince
I know he had a lot of points.
No. It's Vince Carter. Thank you, Cayman. I can't believe I forgot about Vince. It's got to be Vince Carter. He played like 21 years.
Yeah, that's all I see when I hear Raptors is him wearing the OG jerseys, the black and red jerseys with the Raptor crashing through the wall.
Dude, those are so tough. Why they
beautiful jerseys?
Or like the purple pinstripe ones where it's like
those are clean too.
Bro, why did they ever, dude? Like the old NBA logos in like the early like 90s, like mid 2000s, those were so heat. Now they just feel so corporate.
Sabrina says Birdman for the Nuggets. They did have some clean jerseys. I don't know what happened with it must have just been like how graphic design evolved, but it became so minimalistic, right. And logos just look they're bland now, and They try to look way too corporate. Like this is a basketball team. Milwaukee Bucks logo does not need to look like they're a company that sells beef jerky.
God. They used to have these clean ass alternatives where it was like this, it was kind of green up top and it faded into purple, and the buck was like a full size buck on the jersey. Well, that Grizzlies logo with the Grizzlies tearing through with
why would they ever change that to that boring blue Grizzly? That one's not bad, right? It still has a little bit of aura to it. It looks kind of menacing, has the green eyes, but nah, we got to bring back the old logos.
I mean,
even the old school Hornets logo, the Hornet was literally dribbling the basketball and it was standing on the needle and it was dribbling
on the stinger. Yeah.
Yeah. On the stinger.
Got the Blazers. Bring back, a little tangent, but man, old NBA was just cooking. God, I'm we're going to have to do a show where we just go back and appreciate it.
The courts, even everything.
Even simpler ones like those Magic pinstripe ones, like the black and white pinstripes.
You can't beat those jerseys right there. You can't. Any Magic fan or anyone in Orlando, you love Penny Hardaway wearing those clean jerseys. Come on.
For the Blazers, gotta get back on track.
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit so we don't run out of time. Scottie Pippen,
easy.
Michael's right hand man. Some people forget, man. He took the reins down in Portland there for a little bit. Wasn't that successful, but it was still fun. Ooh, wow, that's actually lower than I thought, man. He only has. Maybe it would have been better going Clyde Drexler. It's only 18,940.
Oh,
still ain't bad, but I'm a little shocked. I thought Scotty scored more.
He scored more too, honestly. Next one's the Hawks. How many points did Dominique? Did Dominique have a crazy amount?
Nick might have. No, wait. Pistol Pete was only on the Jazz, right?
Let me double check, but I believe so.
Man. I'm trying to think about some other Hawk players.
Oh, he was on the Hawks. He was picked by the Hawks in the 1970 NBA draft and played 4 seasons before being traded to the New Orleans Jazz.
I feel like we go with Pistol Pete then.
Perfect.
That guy was just an electric score. Pistol Pete. All right, go ahead and hit that next spin. I'll get this.
Next spin. While it's going.
Oh, dang, that went.
Quick shout out to Crown Burger over here on Evans Ave in Denver by the studio. Got us some breakfast sandwiches. that we're going to be snacking on after the show. Nuggets again.
I think we go Dan Issel here.
Dan Issel.
Again, like just because of the longevity and just
Well, Carmelo. Is Carmelo going to be more than Dan Issel?
I think Dan Issel had a high Melo had a higher peak. I think Dan Issel just had like a more consistent high average throughout his career. Like I was looking over the list a little bit before the show today. I think Issel is higher.
Okay.
Because I mean, like Melo's like early seasons, like he was like a beast of a scorer, but I think like he definitely like had some significant drop off late into his career. Danny Boy is 27.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, so that's actually the best
Okay.
player for the Nuggets, I think.
That's the guy.
Dan Issel, 27,482. Sick.
Now we got Philly. Dr. J.
Dr. J is up there. No, I don't think Paul George is actually that high. Maybe.
He could be. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, there's somebody I feel like. Was Moses?
Oh yeah.
Did he ever? It's either him or Bob McAdoo. I feel like we're like one of those just really high point per game centers that stopped briefly.
McAdoo.
Oh, didn't Wilt play for Philly?
Oh, we're dumb.
Yeah,
we're dumb. I believe so.
I think he did.
We're forgetting that.
Pretty confident he did.
Yeah, that was the team that drafted him.
Yeah, that was when they were the Philadelphia Warriors. But I mean, like same franchise. They just rebranded. So okay, I was. Whoa, that would have been silly if we didn't get that. 31,000 career points, man. Like, come on.
Now we got the Lakers.
Karl Malone.
Yep.
A creeper. I don't like that we gotta take him, but he's got like
we got to.
He's got like 35K career points.
He has a lot of points.
It's very unfortunate that he is one of the best, like one of the highest scorers in NBA history.
Yep, we gotta take him.
Tragically.
Oh my God!
Almost 37,000, 36,928.
Now we got Detroit. Spin number 17.
Detroit.
Did
you take Isaiah Thomas?
Oh yeah. I don't know why I instantly thought of Chauncey Billups. I'm sure it's Isaiah Thomas.
Is it just? How do you spell that Isaiah's? It's just one A or one S, right?
I think just one.
Isaiah.
Oh, it's 2012.
Is it two S's? God, is it spelled different? I'll if I try Zeke. No, that was his nickname. Juan Thomas. Okay. Oh, it's just ISIA.
Oh, okay. He's going to be a good amount of points for us.
Oh, wow. That's actually not as much as I thought. Only 18,882.
Hey, we can redeem ourselves and go Clyde. Got
Lakers.
Portland again.
All right, bam. I think that's a lock there. I feel like he's just got a little bit more than Dame.
This dude is a beast.
Go ahead. Just because we're getting close on time, go ahead and spin it again. I almost got the. Clyde's a little better. He's got 22,900.
Wow. All right, Portland again.
I guess we go Dame.
You can go Damian Lillard.
Get them all. Aren't too many good Blazers to talk about or to pick here.
And we got the Lakers again after that.
Guess we gotta go. We gotta go, Kobe.
Kobe.
Dame was just slightly better than Clyde. He's 22,598. Let's see, Kobe. He's gotta be.
Oh, that was our last spin. There was
Yeah,
Kobe.
that was it.
Drop a number 1 through 20 for us to double. We'll total everything up for you guys, and we'll see if we got to 500K.
We might have gotten it.
Without the double.
Yeah, I mean,
we get pretty good spins here. We got some good pulls. A lot of the top leaders.
43. All right, let's go. 10. So if we don't
Doubling
get it,
10.
We'll double 10. That's Kareem.
Holy what a pull.
That's a pretty good one.
What a double.
I got 4 minutes to crunch some numbers here. 710 plus 31,006.
I got a good feeling about this one. That was close. One came in right after Brody's. 16 from Sabrina. That would have doubled Carl Malone.
Carl Malone. No, I mean, either way, 10 and 16 are also ironically the ages. Carl Malone.
Yeah, that's his range.
Where am I at? Okay, MJ. All right, so you guys are going to see how bad I am at how slow I am doing math. I'm just typing stuff in on a calculator too. It's 25,000. 613. What are some of your other favorite old NBA jerseys we'll do in this caveman?
OG Nuggets jerseys with the mountain range, and it was like had the little rainbow colorway on it to showcase the colorful Colorado. That's one of my favorite jerseys. Let's see. The old school Bucks ones that you're talking about, where the buck actually had the basketball in his hand and was like coming through the jersey, and he had like the head and the body of it was on the jersey. What else we got here? What else can I think of? I mean, hell, even some of those Bobcats jerseys weren't too bad. They had like an intriguing colorway with like the turquoise and orange. It's a little bit like the Jacksonville Jaguars color scheme that they had going on. It was really those courts, man. Those early 2000s NBA playoff courts, man. Watching Kobe dribble on the NBA Finals and the Larry O'Brien trophy at the hash mark. Oh, my God. Oh, man. That's just beautiful.
All right. Well, we cleared that pretty easily. So we got to 500,000 or 514,037. So that was we cleared that with ease. We got some great pulls there. So let us know. Do you want us to try this again, but with 1 million, and then we'll probably have to double some numbers at that point to hit?
And then we'll have to double
to hit 1 million. Or should we do top rebounds per game, or
rebounds,
or blocks, steals,
blocks,
or a different sport? We could go, and if so, what should we do? Like goals per game, or in hockey, or home runs, or bases stolen, something like that for another sport. Let us know. We'll be happy to do that. And if not, we might try with 1 million when we come back next week. But give us some suggestions. We'd love to try any challenges you got in store for us. But that's gonna do it for our show today. We gotta go ahead and get off the air here. It's 10 o'clock, but we appreciate everyone tuning in and listening. Just 2 more football frenzies left for this year. Come back next Tuesday. We're gonna do a way too early mock draft and take another look at the Super Bowl. See you guys next time here on Till the Final Whistle, presented by Military Broadcast Radio. Take care.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.